Destiny 2 Edge of Fate pre-orders are down nearly 50% from the final shape, new data shows. This is incredibly bad. Whew. More people about to get laid off. Pete about to get some more cars. Anyway. Despite major updates coming to Destiny 2, Destiny 2's Edge of Fate expansion, new fans show pre-orders are nearly 50% lower than the final shape. Destiny 2's next big expansion, Edge of Fate is just a few weeks away, launching on July 15th, 2025. This expansion kicks off the new year of prophecy and adds some fantastic changes, including the portal, a new gear tiering system, armor stats, overhaul, non-linear campaign, and more. This is also the start of Destiny 2 new content delivery structure with 3 major updates in between each expansion release. Okay, you got me here. It's a solid solid step forward on paper, and a lot of longtime players seem generally interested in what Age of Fate has to offer, but many players feel that the excitement around the expansion doesn't seem to match what they've seen in years. Absolutely. Now some new data gives us a clear picture on just how low the engagement might actually be. Destiny 2 Edge of Fate pre-orders data shows major drop in pre-orders. Reddit user Testify shared a data-driven comparison between pre-orders of Edge of Fate and the final shape earlier today, using publicly available stats from Warmind.io, a popular Destiny 2 stat tracking site. While not official from Bungie, the data offers one of the clearest glimpses of pre-order trends that we've got right now. The track pre-order numbers. Testify looked at the number of Destiny 2 accounts that have unlocked the unique pre-order emblem tied to the expansion, external sites for Edge of Fate, and Paracausal Path for final shape. Because these emblems are tied directly to the purchasing of an expansion, they work as a fairly consistent way to monitor pre-order interest over time. The Reddit user automated this tracking process and has been collecting data daily since March 2024 and storing it in a database. Okay, so as we can see, it's pretty low. It ain't really looking too good. We're gonna keep reading though, because I want to get through the whole article, and then I'll get my thought process on why this is happening. And how are you guys feeling about Edge of Fate? Because this is a bit curious, and this is why I really wanted to expand on this. The comparison focus on matchmaking. The comparison focus on matching timelines, meaning it compares where Edge of Fate is now about 3 weeks before launch to where Final Shape was at the same time point before its release. The results aren't great. Edge of Fate is currently sitting at 53% of the Final Shape's pre-order count at the same point in time, and if this place holds true, it could finish to nearly 1 million fewer purchases than the Final Shape. So, using this exact same logic, I understand this, and it looks really bad, but if you put it in the context, around this time, Prismatic got shown for the first time. And I don't know if you guys know, but I went, grabbed my wallet immediately, and put my $100 down, because we have been asking for the ability to use light and dark abilities at the same time since D1. Well, since we got the ability to use darkness. People have been asking to use 2 subclasses at the same time since launch of that. So I think around that time, this is when the big spike of players came from. Edge of Fate is already pretty down, especially since they continue to market the same stuff they've been showing for weeks on end. And in fact, we might get another Tuesday stream to where they're showing the exact same thing again, which is quite concerning. So we're gonna keep reading. Of course, this isn't a perfect one-to-one representation of Bungie's actual sales numbers. Emblem unlocks may not capture every purchase, and players may not have acquired the emblems from the special deliveries kiosk yet. Even if it's not an official sales data, it's still one of the better ways we have to see how interested Destiny 2 players are in the new expansion. There are a few reasons why Edge of Fate might not be generating the same kind of momentum. The Final Shape was the end of a massive 10-year storyline, a finale that players have been waiting for years. It carried a sense of closure and payoff that naturally drew more attention. In contrast, Edge of Fate is the start of a brand new saga, and while that's an exciting theory, it doesn't come at the same weight or urgency. On top of that, it's a smaller expansion by design, closer in scope than something like Rise of Iron. They already said that, which is very, very, not concerning, but understandable, but good lord, reading more, which might make it feel less essential compared to previous releases. And of course, there's a bigger picture. Trust in Bungie has taken a hit over the past year or so, especially after the major layoffs, the cancellation of other projects, and the absence of any sign that Destiny 3, which many players were hoping for, is even in development. I have been very critical, if you guys watched my last couple of videos, about why do they continue to show the multiple things of the same thing after they flew everybody out to Bungie to get footage They got the footage, released that footage about a month. I think they released it on June 3rd, a month before the expansion came out. Then the next time they showed it, they showed almost the exact same thing that they showed us. Then they did it again, and then they did the live stream and showed the exact same stuff again with a crossbow in it. Yay. What the situation at hand is very, very surprising. Granted, like I said, all the stuff that they're changing, the portal, the armor system, the tier system, the stat system, all that stuff is cool, but does it sell expansions? No. To the point to where they're consistently, someone pointed out, I think it was on Twitter somewhere, the fact that it's really weird that they're promoting the quality of life changes and not the $50 to $40 expansion they're wanting us to buy. Like every section is like a little piece, like, oh, we did promote Edge of Fate a little bit, like that minute and a half second trailer, minute and a half second Vidoc that they showed at the beginning of the most recent stream was a bit curious. So now I'm using my knowledge in other games, like let's use Dead by Daylight for a specific thought process. Y'all know I play a lot of DBD. I got almost 3,000, 2,000, 2,500 hours in that game. A lot of hours in that game. Recently, if you guys are at all in the loop space, they have released a new chapter for for Springtrap, the Five Nights at Freddy's character. In my opinion, feel free to correct me in the comments if you guys don't feel otherwise. That is probably one of the biggest chapters for DBD, media-wise, since Michael Myers. Because I don't know if you guys know, Springtrap, Five Nights at Freddy's is a big deal, an incredibly big deal. People have been wanting freaking Springtrap in Dead by Daylight since he was shown in FNAF 3. Hey, I was there. I was watching Markiplier videos. I was watching the Corey Kenshin videos. I was watching Markiplier scream about the body of 87. Yes, I was there. Anyway, continuing the conversation, moving backwards in time, Behavior was taking a lot of time to fix the game. They were fixing it, updating perks, updating stuff, fixing bugs, adding comments, making the game a lot easier to understand, fixing the progression system, fixing the way you see perks for the first time. For example, when you loaded up a Survivor for the first time, there were no perks. Now I believe you have all the perks unlocked. I mean, all your perk slots unlocked as soon as you get them. And it was a lot harder for people to understand that there was even perks in the game. So they started a character with their perks on them. And it gave you the ability to read what each perk does in the menu, making it a lot more new player friendly. Before a very coveted, fully knowing money-making expansion came out. What is Bungie doing? Making the game better, making it a lot understandable, making it easier, making the new player experience a lot easier to understand. Right before what comes out, chat? A Star Wars themed expansion. They are fixing this game, fully knowing that a bigger, more profitable expansion, probably, I'm not gonna lie to you, a more profitable expansion, because I've seen y'all Guardians running around in goddamn Stormtrooper outfits. I seen them. Y'all like spending money on Star Wars stuff. You like it. They know you like it. So they know you're gonna spend money on this expansion, and they know new players are gonna be spending money on the expansion, and that's completely fine. So they're fixing the game, fully knowing it, and instead of marketing the expansion, they know they got the Destiny player base, most of them. We don't need to market the expansion. We're gonna market these changes that we're making to make the game a lot more understandable, make it easier for new players to jump in, and make it easier to comprehend. That's why they're doing this, in my opinion. But I thought about this the other day, and I was like, this is an Operation Health situation from Rainbow Six Siege. If you guys don't know what Operation Health was, a couple years ago when Rainbow Six Siege, formerly known as Rainbow Six Siege, now Rainbow Six Siege X, it was really buggy, really buggy. So they came up with a thing called Operation Health, to where they did not come out with any paid content for that specific time and focused on fixing the game. So that's where the term of Operation Health comes from, and that's why people think that's what it is. I think they should have did this, honestly. If this is what they're going to do, cool, but at least tell us. They're never going to make it free. They need money, especially now, all the people that keep laying off. And with Pete in charge, he's never going to make anything free. So the situation at hand is quite cumbersome. I do find it hilarious though. So they're fixing this game, and I genuinely feel like there's something that they're doing. They are fully knowing that this content might not be the best, or there might not be freaking Taken King Final Shape levels of hype. Who knows? I could be completely wrong. It could come out the 15th and y'all can tell me this is one of the best DLCs since Witch Queen Final Shape or Taken King. I could be completely wrong, but I do find it quite coincidental that they're highlighting all these quality of life changes, pushing all these quality of life changes right as a very lucrative IP is joining the game as a full expansion this time. Quite lucrative. So I feel like they're fully fixing this game, fully knowing that they're about to make way more money than Edge of Fate's gonna make, because they know people are gonna come for Star Wars, and they don't want people to come into this game for Star Wars for the expansion and then leave before they even beat it, let alone get to the end. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. All right, have a good one.